Cool. All right. I would like everyone to take a moment and appreciate Nick, because if it wasn't for his choice during my birthday when we were recording episodes, we'd be having to watch Metal Sonic vs. Zero right now.
Oh.
Oh,
You don't want to do that right now?
We already watched this. We don't gotta watch it.
Yeah.
So,
but it would be even more when we already have a lot to get through.
We have a lot to get through, and I'm gonna be real. There's a lot of episodes we got to get through that aren't the greatest, and throwing Metal Sonic vs. Zero in there right now would have sucked. So thank you, Nick, for choosing that episode in October.
Trying to do my
Kai,
part.
The stream is at the low quality from before. Could we try putting it at like the regular 720p?
720. All right.
Cool.
All right. So we got a lot to get through because we got to get through Sonic and Sonic and Dragon Ball episodes. So
it's plentiful.
We're starting with the one that was the closest to where we left off, which is Goku vs. Superman 2, the original sequel, the one that everyone hates, and Ben Singer has said is his least favorite episode he's ever made.
I feel like there's a couple that should go below that, but I guess I haven't seen it yet.
So he doesn't include Justin Bieber versus Rebecca Black in that because it's like that's the obvious answer.
Like worse based on non-controversial quality, like just the quality of the video itself.
Yeah, like he is super.
Or what? Okay.
He didn't want to make this, but Screw Attack said he kind of had to, and that they needed to do it for a convention because 3 months after Goku vs. Superman came out, Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods got announced, which is the movie where Goku got the Super Saiyan God transformation. So, so everyone was like, "Oh my God, Goku wins now! They got to redo it." And so here it is. It was announced. It was revealed at a convention, and then everyone fucking hated it. I usually don't try and tell you guys if an episode is terrible or not before. This one's terrible.
I feel like we're willing to form our own opinions that can oppose you, but
right.
I see why you don't always want to do that.
So where would you get a silly idea like that?
Roll the compilation.
Before we go in, do we have any thoughts on these characters and matchup?
I sure as fuck don't.
I will say this is one of the ones where I definitely remember the outcome, so I will not be voting.
Okay. I guess that's it.
Yeah.
I physically fully faced Trinity to see if they had anything to say.
Oh, no, don't start. All right. Well, then, I guess if we're kind of done with that, we'll watch the episode.
Goku.
Sure, is that the right volume? Yeah.
Superman.
Damn, he's got big cheeks.
Titans of power.
Face cheeks, sorry.
Champions of unimaginable might. Endlessly
I love the
requested
movie.
to fight each other. Again. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick. And it's our job.
They definitely do
to
feel like the
analyze
two that I
weapons,
would
armor, and
pit against
skills to
each
find
other.
out who
Oh,
will
yeah.
I mean, this is like the
death
one.
battle.
I feel like I remember this fight being referenced, but I don't know if I knew the outcome.
Specifically this one, because there's 3 Goku versus Superman fights.
Specifically, oh, I don't know.
What is... Oh, is this because like
I think
it was a
this
big
one.
announcement?
Yeah.
This is the death battle. Like, this is the trilogy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the card for Ichigo versus Yusuke. Like fucking 12-year difference.
How do you do a card for Because I doubt they do that. Like they physically go into every old
Created by
video
Jerry
and put a
Siegel
code
and
for the
Joe
new
Shuster,
video,
I
right?
don't know.
Superman entered the world
How
on
do
the
you
cover of
make it
Action
like
Comics
change to the
#1
newest video? Because I
in
don't have that
1938.
ability.
He was the first, and his success paved the way for the superhero genre.
I'm
Man
not
of
really
Steel
sure what
is
you're asking.
righteous, courageous, selfless, a perfect Boy Scout.
Very inspirational, but man, does it get boring sometimes.
Siegel and
Good
Schuster
talk.
were the sons of Jewish American immigrants and knew firsthand
I
what it was
wasn't
like
gonna.
living in a world.
The little code that popped up on the top right, where you can like click to go to another video, it was for the newest video that they've posted, and this is a really old video.
Okay.
You can like in the video settings on YouTube Studio, you can add one of those codes for like specific videos, but it seems like what they did was have it just automatically be a link to whatever the newest video is, which I don't know how they do that. Does that make sense?
Isn't that normally like, isn't it like an end screen thing?
Yeah, that's an end screen thing you can do, but
Yeah.
I think you
I've-
can also put it at any point in the video.
But like those codes, like the little ones on the top right, for me, I always have to pick a specific one.
yeah.
Like I haven't seen the function for being like pick the most relevant one for this specific person, or like pick the most recent video.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure if you remember these days of YouTube, but they used to have at any point like hyperlinks, like
Yeah.
pop-ups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's a legacy feature from that.
Mhm. Oh, maybe.
The age-old strat of having the entire screen be square. So if you try and click on the screen to pause it, it'll instead take you to the channel to subscribe.
Yeah.
Where they felt alien. Thus, this became the basis of Superman's story.
You know how it goes. His scientist dad found out his homeworld Krypton was getting a bit too explosive and sent his son off to Earth to save him. On Earth, Superman's Kryptonian cells can absorb solar radiation from the yellow sun, giving him awesome strength, speed, durability.
How do you
light,
pronounce
and
his
the power
native
to
name?
shoot heat
Kal-El?
from his
Kal-El,
eyes,
yeah.
Kal-El.
which can be large enough to vaporize a planet or precise enough to perform lobotomies.
Superman was so powerful he could carry entire solar systems on his back, or obliterate them with a sneeze.
Did he link a chain through
But
every
over
planet?
75 years, Superman
Guess so.
has changed quite a bit, including going through 2 separate reboots, which we will be focusing on today. These reboots lessened his insane power, not exactly by altering his abilities, but by changing his outlook. Upon discovering his alien powers, the new Superman rejected them, unintentionally instilling mental barriers on his powers, which he would work to unlock through the rest of his life.
Sort of
I feel like it also did limit his
Don't
abilities, because
remember
didn't he
the
just
night
used to
before,
just
so
be
you
able to
gotta
do
spend
anything
all day figuring out
Yeah.
how you got yourself a dozen kangaroos and
in the
married
first
a lady.
version?
Yeah.
Don't ask.
And then, in 1996,
It's kind
the
of
world
come all the way around
changed.
back to that now.
Dragon Ball Z came to America.
Dragon, rock the dragon, Dragon Ball Z.
12 years prior, a mangaka, or author of Japanese comics, named Akira Toriyama introduced
R.I.P.
Dragon Ball, the story of Son Goku and his quest to become the greatest martial artist in the world, nay, the universe.
Like Superman.
Is this
Goku
official
was
Dragon Ball
sent to
music?
Earth from a-
No.
Oh.
They stopped using
This-
official music because copyright.
Just a moment ago, they were using the Man of Steel soundtrack.
Oh,
Oh no, maybe it is because I think this might be before they stopped doing it. I think it was season 3 when they stopped, so I think that might be.
I was gonna say, like, where has this been in Dragon Ball that I haven't been watching and consuming all of the media?
Doomed planet and possessed incredible powers. But that's pretty much where their similarities end.
Goku was primarily
every time I
inspired by
see
the Monkey
Kakarot,
King's son
I
Wukong
just think about
from the
Kakarot, I'm gay, let's
journey to
fuck.
the west.
Oh my god.
If you
I'm gay,
have
let's
any interest
rock.
in Asian culture, I highly recommend reading it. It's inspired far more
Yes,
than just
Vegeta.
Dragon Ball.
Throw a stone at a shelf of anime, and odds are it hits something inspired by Journey to the West. Anyway, Toriyama was smart and knew that fighting is awesome, so Dragon Ball took off like a rocket. Sooner than you can say power levels are bullshit, Dragon Ball became a hit anime and then came to America.
Literally making its own journey to the west.
Huh?
And forever changing the childhoods of many. Dragon Ball Z became the gateway anime to many Westerners. However, since prior anime had very little success overseas due to the differences between Japanese and American cultures, the companies responsible for importing DBZ understandably feared Goku's character might seem a bit selfish and heartless to a Western audience.
Their solution? Turn Goku into Superman.
This decision resulted in some strange mistranslations, such as labeling Goku's father as a brilliant scientist.
Yeah, I don't see it.
As well as perhaps Goku's most famous line, which many argue actually conflicts with his true character.
I am the hope of the universe. I am protector of the innocent. I am the light in the darkness. I am truth. Allied to good, nightmare to you.
So, in the original, this isn't "I'm good, you're evil" speech. This is a speech about accepting his Saiyan heritage and giving into his rage.
Oh.
Damn, he's going all Imperial Japan on his ass.
I haven't watched much of like any Dragon Ball, and just hearing that, I already know how wrong that is.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't really look like he's giving him like a finger wag speech. It looks like he's about to annihilate generally his direction.
Yeah.
That 45 degrees is going to be deleted.
Attention, West Coast of the United States. I am about to sneeze. Please evacuate.
On its own, the line sounds good, but
coming from Goku, debates, the internet wars, East versus West, which hometown hero?
He's not a bad guy.
No, but he's not like some protector of light. He's a martial artist who wants the big fight.
So this is an aside, and this is the I'm gonna kind of wrap this up really quickly. There's a very good comparative thing that's a Superman line in the Justice League animated series that is totally out of character for Superman. It sounds like more like something Goku would say. Maybe I'll show you the clip afterwards if you want to edit it in, but it's like a pretty hard little like monologue.
Is it the one where he's fighting Darkseid?
Yes.
The whole,
yes, and he's like, I feel like I live in a
world made of card. Yeah, I feel like I live in a world made of cardboard. I actually think that is an incredible line for Superman.
It is. It absolutely is.
But
that's
I could fully see that being a Goku line as well.
It feels so much like something Goku would say, just as I understand the character, because Superman's always got to keep a lid on it, and that's one of the only times we've ever seen him like emotionally cut loose like that.
It's such a good. I'm gonna put the clip in because I fucking love that clip.
It's such good writing when like you establish a character as like morally good, doing the right thing, and then like over time they're just slowly building up. Like people around them going like, don't you want to just go ape shit? Don't you want to like crash out? And then they finally do.
Yeah.
Kai, if you don't mind interrupting this for a second, I have not seen the clip. Could we look it up for a second and watch it?
Here, hold on. Let me.
Cause now I feel like I'm missing out.
You are missing out. Hold on. Alright, yeah. Oh, sorry, it's muted right now. Yeah, this is, by the way, one of the greatest superhero cartoons ever.
100% agree.
Is he about to get Batman?
He's gonna fuck him up. Yeah.
Alright, yeah, we're good. Speaking of Batman.
Wait a minute, that looked familiar. I wish he did that same thing to him.
That man won't quit as long as he can still draw a breath. None of my teammates will. Me, I've got a different problem. I feel like I live in a world made of cardboard. always taking constant care not to break something, to break someone. Never allowing myself to lose control, even for a moment, or someone could die. But you can take it, can't you, big man? What we have here is a rare opportunity for me to cut loose and show you just how powerful I really am.
It's such a good...
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
It's legitimately a good fucking line.
Immediately following that, he does like a Dragon Ball Z-ass fight with him, which is awesome.
It's fucking sick. I highly recommend
and I
that
love
show.
I love his like reasoning being not being like it's necessary to stop this villain. It's you can take it.
Yeah,
he wants to. He's always wanted to.
Well, I mean, when you have to literally put effort into opening a door because you're afraid you're gonna rip the building apart, yeah, not having to pull your punches is gonna be nice.
Mm-hmm.
So this is off topic a little bit, but seriously, what can Batman do next to Superman? Like, I know he's impressive. I know he's strong for a guy, I know he's very skilled. But like, what is he doing in the team?
Still,
you know what I mean?
Actually, Kai, go ahead, and then I have a thing.
So what I was gonna say is, in that scenario, Batman is there for 3 reasons: civilian evacuation, strategy, so he can help relay
moral
strategy,
support,
and then moments like that where Superman just needed a distraction.
Okay.
Batman jumped on his back. Yeah, he didn't do shit. In fact, he kind of got laid out, but he distracted him long enough that Superman could get up and punch the shit out of him.
So the thing that a lot of people really sleep on Batman, and it's like, I don't really condone the glazing, because given prep time, no, he's still not going to do shit. Darkseid is a god, is an avatar of a god from an alternate universe that thought himself into being. Like, he can't be beat. So what Batman is demonstrating there is his third most unknown ability, short of his money and his like physical human peak. It's called his audacity.
Yeah, honestly.
He will tackle him.
Yeah. And Darkseid didn't see it coming.
There's also the fact, like, that point gets brought up a lot by and it usually is in a much it's usually in a much less intellectual light, because I feel like we can actually have conversations and like it be from a place of like, yeah, that makes sense. I feel like I've seen a lot of situations where people who just don't know what the fuck they're talking about are like, what's Batman gonna do? When in reality, comics have never said Batman can really do anything in those situations unless he happens to have kryptonite on him.
Right. He always has to have something very specific to help in those situations. And like, technically, yes, because someone's gonna fucking throw this at me. Yes, Batman has fought Darkseid. You know what he used? A very specific suit made by the Justice League that actually was killing him to use, specifically that way he could actually match Darkseid. So don't come at me with that. That's not what we're talking about.
He is smart enough to fight the villains that he is normally put up with, but if it is something like Darkseid or really anything like nearing Superman's strength, usually he is only in the fight because of some assistance.
Yeah.
I maintain, like, his power is courage. I believe bravery is a full ability people have.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he jumped on what is the equivalent, like, the closest thing that they'll ever have to, like, an end of the universe.
True.
Basically. And
anyone else would have just kind of, like, stood there.
But nope, because Batman's built fucking different.
Yeah, he just watched him lay out the strongest being he's ever met. He's like, let's try a football move on him.
it all began.
Give him the steel
debates,
chair.
The internet wars, East versus West. Which hometown hero would triumph in a brutal fight to the end?
I want to point this out. This fucking video. This is a real. What the fuck?
Triumph in a brutal fight to the end.
That's the kind of shit I would see at Western, I feel like.
Wizards Magazine delivered an answer. They deduced Goku would win, stating that Superman would die to a fall from the moon to the Earth.
A decade later, the website
What?
Outskirts
I know, right?
Battleroom launched, dedicated to answering versus matches. This time, Superman claimed victory. However, the chaotic debate careened out of control and eventually became banned forever.
The arguments only grew. The internet needed a solid answer.
That's where we came in.
Yeah, what prompted them making a second one? Like, what prompted the desire for it? People just didn't like the first one enough, like they wanted it,
Because
or did enough come out that they wanted to redo?
Battle of Gods got announced 3 months after the first one, after this episode.
Oh, that's right. You were saying
Yeah.
that's people were like, oh yeah, this changes stuff enough.
And then by the time that this came out, we had both Battle of Gods and the Resurrection F movie.
However,
Looks like an
since
Among Us that just got
January
ejected.
2012,
Oh my
Goku
God.
and Superman have continued their adventures. Superman gained an all-new ability called the Super Flare, which jettisons all the solar energy stored in his body, essentially turning him into a solar bomb. However, it leaves him completely drained of his powers for the next 24 hours. As such, he will only use the Super Flare as an ultimate last resort.
Goku attained a new legendary form called Super Saiyan God. Despite being a temporary boost, Goku's body absorbed the godly power, essentially making it his new base form. Then, after mixing its power with his Super Saiyan ability, he became a Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan! Oh, come on! There had to have been a better name. Ultra Saiyan, Master Saiyan, Super Ultra combo with Fry Saiyan, anything but that mouthful.
These new powers have naturally rekindled the ultimate debate.
Is this godly Goku powerful enough to defeat Superman? Or will this just be a repeat of the past?
Well, let's end this debate once and for all. It's time
I feel like
for
the
the rematch
Flare
of
thing
Legends.
isn't.
It's time for a death
I don't know. It doesn't feel like much of a boon. Because especially after a fight, after he's like expelled a lot of his energy, like obviously it's gotta be a big blast, but I'm just wondering how much it would do past his already like immense power. You know what I mean?
You mean Superman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I don't fully understand if they described whether it's intentional or not.
It's
I
intentional.
think they meant to, like, yeah, they said it was like a last resort thing, so I think he
Yeah.
chooses.
Because I assume if it is, then it's not all of his energy. It's like I guess, some that he can choose to expel.
At the
you know?
time of this, it was all of his energy. However, since then he has learned to not do that.
Oh, okay.
So for here, it would be all of it.
Yeah. All right, Zach, who you got?
This one is harder because, for me specifically, because all they really did was touch up on what new things they've gotten since the last one, and I was not present for the last one.
True.
So just because Superman won the last one, I think, right? Superman won?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just because Superman won the last one, and because I feel like if they both got new things and everyone was like, yeah, but they're still kind of like mostly equally matched, then they probably wouldn't have done another one. I think Goku's new form is enough for it to be a win for him, but I still don't really have much of an understanding of either. So
Okay.
Goku.
Nick.
This one, I will have to sit out
Okay.
because I remember the outcome.
I know Luke, you said so Trinity.
I want to say Goku based on vibes.
Based on vibes, I love it. All right.
Vibing with him more.
This episode, I will say, as much as I do not like it, the animation is really good. And it was made by Torian, the guy who animated Dante vs. Clive.
Among many things.
Yeah, but like that's like the most recent thing you guys would know from him. So yeah, this is actually
Blake versus Mikasa.
Yeah.
The good one.
This is actually a direct sequel to, like, this is like literally directly after the first fight.
Oh, so it's just a continuation. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's no other like talking about them because they already did everything else in the other one.
Yep.
Is this the only one they've done that for?
Yeah.
Now, I will say I've watched the episode because of like when the last season came out and we all came over. Right. I watched it. I just didn't watch the like the analysis part of it.
Hey, Superman.
Son Goku, I've been expecting you.
Superman's voice.
All right, pack it up, Lex Luthor. We know it's you.
I'll also add that the first half of this track isn't a custom one. However, halfway through the fight, they switch to a custom track, and Alive is so damn good.
He said the
I have to say,
like he said it like Deuce Road die.
Deuce Road die.
They're like Superman like kind of levels with him because this is what like he kind of maybe could feel because he mostly is like the good guy and is against evil, but being able to like let loose and just fight without any like
Earthquake. With every breath, I could create a hurricane.
This is like the clip we watched.
Be thankful.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a lot less triangle in this one though.
You're not the only
He doesn't have the letter T walk.
Custom track.
Blue hair? I've seen worse.
Yep. No shame to this Goku voice actor at all. He's doing a good job. But I will always compare everything to every like shout to the Kamehameha from the third Goku vs. Superman fight.
Yeah.
That was just fucking incredible.
Masako, this is the guy who does the voice for Dragon Ball Z Abridged. I don't think he was super into. No one was super into this episode, and you can kind of tell in their performance.
I have some notes, but I'll save them for after.
What the fuck?
Just so you know.
Too strong for your own good.
traveled.
Out of my way.
SGC, because that's the convention they were doing.
Oh.
Stops here. All right. Have you had your
I wonder if they had like
I would prefer we don't accidentally destroy
like screens
the Earth a second
in front of the windows, so it looked like they were fighting outside.
I will never back down from a fight.
Superman just standing there.
Yeah, he's just waiting for it.
Oh.
I will beat you.
Stop just walking through it.
Me walking to class in a blizzard.
Oh, used to be uphill both ways.
Oh no, no,
Did
he's
that guy just turn
stupid.
into Sand?
Yeah, let's go, guys. Be Charlie. It's like, hi, honey. Yeah, I just got my new car. I parked up outside of this building. I wanted to send you a picture of it.
This is the part where I say, I told you so. But King Kai, I don't understand. You can't beat him. Sure I can. I'll just train harder than ever. No, Goku. You can overcome any limit put in front of you, but his power has no limit. Even if you somehow found the power to surpass him, you wouldn't have anything left to aspire to. Do you truly want that? Nah, sounds boring. Oops. King Kai, do you have anything to eat? Goku, I'm trying to be serious here. What? My stomach has limits too, you know.
KO!
Okay.
After Zach said that Superman beat him the last time, I was like, maybe I should pick Superman, but I was like, vibes.
Yeah.
Vibes. So I have some opinions that I'm going to share in a minute, but I'm going to let them talk.
Okay.
Torches and pitchforks down. Before you start raging, please hear us out on this one, all right?
Goku is incredibly powerful, a skilled warrior, and a great character. But Superman is on a completely different level, one which really doesn't belong in versus matches like these. Sure, due to the writing style of Dragon Ball, Super Saiyan God Goku's exact limits are difficult to pinpoint.
Has Superman fought anybody else on this show?
No, but I want Superman versus Optimus Prime so bad.
However, none of that is really
Is that fair?
Yes.
Goku will always
Yes.
Comics Transformers is fucking wild.
You know, all you have to do is mention comics anything, and I'm like, okay, sure.
I kind of forgot there were comics. I do feel like that's obvious in hindsight now.
limits, while Superman's maximum potential is limitless.
Damn, a semi-truck.
Let's look at how Superman breaks reality. One day, Superman was hanging out near Vega, the brightest star in the Lyra constellation.
For the record, that's 25 light years from Earth, or 147 trillion miles.
Did he know it was that constellation, or was it just by it?
So Superman's...
What do you mean?
Did he know that it was like, oh yeah, I'm flying by the brightest star in this constellation?
Well,
or was he just flying by it?
He said he was flying near the constellation.
But I guess
does he know that from Earth it looks like that?
He was wandering around aimlessly. I don't know.
He was just taking some time for himself.
Photographer buddy Jimmy activated his signal watch, calling for Superman's aid. And Superman arrived in a matter of minutes.
Being a comic book that Superman took getting to Earth is unspecified. The comic never mentioned
I love the way he says that line.
arrived as the battle was ended.
It's like you got it in real life and you didn't think it was going to happen, and then it did.
Superman would be traveling over 800 trillion miles per hour. Over a
I know
million
this is a
times the
thing
speed
that
of
happened
light.
in the comics, but like they're making it sound like they just went like, okay, pitchforks down, hear us out. Chuck Norris was so strong that
more impressively,
Yeah, he could slam a revolving door, something that has no barrier.
Superman can which means Superman heard the signal in the vacuum of space 25 light years away. That is physically impossible, except for Superman.
Oh, you aren't impossible? How about the time he lifted Spectre off the ground? A guy literally made up of eternity. No, not insane enough for you? Well then, how about the time Superman lifted a book of infinite pages? That's right, Superman lifted both eternity and infinity.
Though he did have some help from Wonder Woman and Shazam.
Hey Wiz, what's half of infinity? Infinity.
Regardless, they have limits in their own strength. So while they were lifting a specific set
Do
part
they?
for each load, Superman was lifting
I
everything
think there's a
else,
caveat
which
there
literally
that I
means
do have a specific note for. Shazam is magic based, and that's like a big thing that Superman has always struggled with.
Yeah.
Maybe not in this current form, but they are definitely acting like that is purely a feat of strength instead of the fact that Shazam, the avatar of probably the most powerful wizard in the DC universe, was also there.
Yeah, there's also some
doing something.
I'm gonna let them finish, and then I'm gonna go off on my rant. But there's definitely some bullshittery that with these seats.
Everything else.
May I ask?
Really?
Weren't they supposed to be focusing on a weaker Superman? Didn't they say that at the beginning?
Yeah, this is from New 52.
This is the
weaker
still?
Superman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wonder Woman and Shazam didn't even need to be there.
Superman's held a black hole, survived an explosion equal to 50 supernovas, flew through the center of a red sun, which is like tanking millions of nukes rapid fire, and once easily absorbed enough solar energy to vaporize half a galaxy. And to put an end to the Wizards magazine argument, here he is getting thrown from orbit into Earth with enough force to devastate the planet and cause nuclear winter. Oh look, he stood up moments later more pissed off than hurt. Oh, and by the way, none of this was pre-crisis.
Believe us, we know none of this makes any logical sense.
And hey, it's not our fault. These writers just keep making Superman the most impossibly OP guy ever. That's kind of what he's all about.
Exactly. Superman isn't just a sketch on paper. He's an ideal. Superman and Goku are more than just characters. They inspire. They show us the best of what we can become. This is why
Superman doesn't inspire me.
about this debate.
You should.
It's okay if it does for somebody else.
Makes you afraid?
Spirit and personal goals. He inspires people to work hard to achieve dreams. To many, Goku is proof that there is no struggle that cannot be overcome.
And the world of Dragon Ball fits this mold. Every obstacle Goku faces in Dragon Ball has a limit he can overtake. Even those called gods in his universe can be defeated and surpassed.
And that is where Superman breaks this matchup. His world just doesn't fit the same mold.
Superman is an all-powerful being who is only weak to alien radiation and supernatural magic. He is not meant to be relatable. He is not meant to lose. While Goku's story is one of a man trying to be the best warrior he can be, Superman's is the story of a god trying to live amongst men. It's not about if he loses a fight, but
he
whether
already
or not
is the
he's
best
doing the
warrior.
right thing. That's why he stands for truth, justice, and freedom. That's why he doesn't wear a mask. That's why he's called the Superman.
I do understand their point, but I do resent the phrasing of Superman's not meant to be relatable. Because
yeah, it's awful.
In his heart of hearts, he's literally a farm boy.
Yeah.
The whole thing is
Just
how
chill as it gets.
the whole thing is
Technically, if Goku
despite
could find
being
a
a
way to
god,
draw energy
he's
across multiverses,
trying to be
his
relatable
Spirit Ball
still.
could
Yeah.
possibly achieve the kind
Perhaps
of
they
limitless
just
power to match
misphrased it.
Superman.
They probably
But
meant
not
like
only would that take
his
way too long to
abilities
charge,
are not
providing
relatable
Superman
in the
with plenty of
slightest.
time to kill him
But
thousands
yeah,
of
his
times over.
personality
The Spirit Ball
and
does
his
not hurt
intentions are
anyone pure
relatable.
of heart, like Superman.
Gohan, you have to bounce it back. If you don't have any evil in you, you'll be okay.
What?
Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan was about on par with Golden Frieza.
That's
Well, it's a
type shit.
it's a mistranslation. That's not how the Spirit Bomb works.
Stop
You have
thinking
to.
your
Frieza's
sinful
power level
thoughts and you'll be
Frieza's
okay.
voice actor said that since
Gohan,
Frieza was
you
a
gotta-
nice guy,
You gotta
it's
put your hands on the
probably
wall
100
and
quintillion,
shake that ass.
which is a pun, because power levels are nothing more than a big joke.
Superman has been beaten in battle before when he was still learning. Saying Superman should lose because he lost to Doomsday is the equivalent of saying Goku should lose because he was one shot by Raditz. We are looking at these characters at their maximum potential, not from some random point in their timelines.
Goku may have divine
said
ki
you're looking
now,
at the weaker
but
one.
it's still ki, not magic.
Ki may be spiritual in nature, but it's still a natural
No,
source of
pre-reboot,
energy
there's a
even
difference.
Superman possesses. In fact, Dragon Ball emphasizes a clear difference between ki and magic.
And if Goku did destroy the sun or the planet, he can't survive in the vacuum of space. Superman can and could always just fly to another yellow sun, or even a blue one, which boosts his powers even faster.
Ultimately, Goku versus Superman comes down to a difference of limits and purpose. What happens when you pit a man with the power to break any limits against a being with no limits in the first place? Well, only one has limits to give at all. But that's exactly what makes him such a memorable character.
Think about it. If you had a Goku that was as powerful as Superman, would you even want him?
The winner is Superman.
Fucking Superman.
Before I give my rant,
feel
does
like
anyone have things they want to say?
I feel like half of that was them trying to convince the fans that Goku is more interesting by being not as powerful. And I agree with them, but like it's Death Battle.
Yes,
I guess it just didn't have
but also
about...
at this point, it's like this is the one outlier, because it's the incalculable versus the calculable.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much it.
Okay.
My things I'm gonna say are not towards this episode, but towards the writers and for Superman. So one, isn't Superman's at least the start of his power, isn't his power because he was an alien on a different planet, and then when he got put on Earth, he had all these abilities because Earth is a different planet where he was, like, by comparison, much stronger and much more capable?
Yes, at first.
Sun.
Yeah.
But
I just find it interesting how far it's gotten away from that.
Well, I mean, again, you know, they're comics, so it's always going to go far away from that. But
Yeah.
it's the thing is, not only is he more powerful by default, he's continuously more nourished by Earth's sun.
Yeah.
Than his own, to the point that while Goku had to physically train and fight to surpass every limit of his, Superman just had to breathe on Earth.
Yeah, there probably is, like, reasons for why he has, like, grown exponentially in his powers and abilities. But my other thing I was going to say is something I've brought up before for other characters and other reasons. I know it's for the sake of the fight. I know it's for making an interesting comic or an interesting show or whatever. But, man, this, like, almost all-powerful being can still get hit with a punch and be like, oh! You know what I mean?
My toe!
Oh.
Shit.
All right.
I don't need to go any further past that. It's my general complaint about powerful beings being able to get hit and be like, ow, that hurt me.
So, I'm going to point out a couple things. I don't know if any of you caught this, because I think we were laughing at something. We were laughing at something. One, that right there. Goku telling him to get off his planet. What the fuck?
What?
Get
taking ownership of it.
But then we keep going.
All right. Have you had your fun? I would prefer we don't accidentally destroy the Earth a second time.
No, I will never back down from a fight.
Goku just completely disregarding the safety of his home where his wife and children live.
They could go somewhere else.
It's the fight. They come second to that.
And also, they already went through a couple buildings without care for that.
But here's my biggest problem. I have two, and they're how each of them are treated in separate parts. Throughout the entire analysis of this, the way I think it was Zach who said it. They basically spent this entire thing trying to convince people that Goku is cool, Superman is boring, and that pisses me the fuck off.
That's a better way of putting it than I did.
Superman's cool as shit. I love Superman. And
even from the opening, we're like, yeah, Superman, that can get fucking boring at times.
And it's so fucking lame that they felt the need to do this. But then during the fight, Goku's getting dog walked the entire time until the end, where he literally does his most powerful attack and Superman just walks through it and one taps him, which is so disrespectful. But then they fucking kick Dragon Ball fans while they're down with this bullshit of Goku admitting that Goku's whole thing is that he will never back down from a challenge, that he will always train to get stronger, and yet
he wants to be the best.
And yet here we have him admitting, yeah, I guess I'll just never beat that guy. No, that is the biggest load of bullshit.
Well, he did start by maybe. I'm not really sure. I've never seen Goku concede for anything, but he did start out by saying that in the clip, didn't he? It's like, all I have to do is train harder.
Yeah, but then when King Kai is like, no, you can't surpass him. That wouldn't be possible. And then Goku would be like, yeah, well, fuck you. I'm going to figure it out anyway. That is who Goku is.
And this, he was just like, all right, yeah.
He's like, yeah, boring.
The only time he's ever technically conceded was technically twice. One of them wasn't a conceding because he knew he couldn't win. It was during the Cell games. He conceded so that way Gohan would fight Cell because he knew that Gohan needed that to let his true power out. And then in the Battle of Gods movie, he didn't concede. He got the shit kicked out of him by Beerus and was like, man, I can't beat you right now. I just wish I had more time before we all died so I could surpass you.
Yeah, that's different.
This is him admitting that
that's a momentary concession.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I hate that because they treat both characters very poorly. But then also I want to briefly I don't want to spend too much mainly because I don't want to be on this episode much longer. These two lifting Spectre and lifting the Book of Infinite Pages. Spectre is made up of eternity. You can't weigh time. Time doesn't weigh anything. So how the fuck do you do that?
It's kind of a Chuck Norris feat. Like, it's not so much that the lifting part as it is that the concept is cool. I thought it would be cooler than that, but...
And then the Book of Infinite Pages is not quite what it says. The Book of Infinite Pages is a book of every book ever written, meaning it is not infinite, it is finite. It is massive, but it is finite. So it is not an infinite feat.
Even then, I don't know, because I'm just going off of what I've seen and what I've heard from, watching this. But from looking at it, it doesn't look like a thing that has a lot of weight to it. It looks like a magical item that you can hold and will show you what you want to see, like whatever book you want to see. It does contain every single page of everything.
The keyword is magic, and I maintain that that's probably something Superman could not do on his own without Shazam present, because even if Shazam couldn't physically lift it on his own, if it's got magical properties, the only reason Superman can probably encounter it to begin with is because of Shazam.
Yeah.
There's multiple instances where Superman has been entranced by a spell or something, and Shazam gets him out of it, or Shazam through some magical bullshit incapacitates him.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like an iPad. Like, oh my god, this device has everything, every book you've ever written in it, but I can carry it. No, it's an iPad. You just click it and then it shows you something else. I feel like it's like
magical.
This tablet,
so is my iPad.
This book has the beauty of the earth and the wonder of the stars in it. It doesn't weigh the stars.
I'm very glad that we have Goku for Superman 3 because that episode is fantastic. Do we have anything else before we move on to a better episode?
Death Battle sucks. I'm calling for their lives.
Fuck you,
which
Death
is an appropriate
Battle.
reaction.
Fuck you, Death Battle. All right, cool. So
was that a soundboard?